Most men struggle to stand firm. They allow people to walk in and out of their lives as though their time and emotions have no value. They let those who left them return and take even more because they're afraid to say no. But you're different. You've been hurt, betrayed, and abandoned, but you're not here to dwell on the past. You're here because you're tired of being taken advantage of. You want to understand why they left, why they've come back, and most importantly, how to handle it as the strong, confident man you're becoming. You're here to break the cycle, and I'm here to guide you. 1. Guilt. Guilt is a heavy emotion, but here's the truth. Guilt isn't about you, it's about them. When someone walks away, especially in today's world of relationships, they don't feel guilt right away. In the beginning, they believe they've made the right choice. When she left, she might have felt confident, maybe even relieved, thinking she was making the best decision. She might have thought you'd be fine, or even assumed you'd struggle without her, but she didn't care enough to stay. Guilt doesn't hit her immediately. It sneaks in over time, like a shadow she can't escape. She left believing she'd find something better: freedom, attention, or someone who could replace you. For a while, she might have felt empowered or liberated. But life rarely works the way people expect. The attention she sought feels shallow. The freedom she chased feels lonely. Meanwhile, you're not chasing her, begging her, or staying stuck. Instead, you're growing, building your life, and becoming stronger. And that's when the guilt starts to weigh on her. At first, it's a quiet thought. Did I make a mistake? But it grows louder. She starts to remember everything you did for her, the nights you stayed up to listen, the times you supported her, and how you were always her rock when life got hard. She realizes she didn't just lose a man, she lost the man. But don't confuse guilt with true regret. Guilt isn't about the pain she caused you, it's about the discomfort she feels now. Guilt is selfish. She sees you thriving, and it reminds her of her own failures. She questions herself. If he's doing so well without me, was I the problem? Did I give up too soon? Instead of facing those questions or taking responsibility, she chooses the easier option: coming back. She thinks slipping back into your life will ease her guilt, even if only for a moment. Here's where many men go wrong. They mistake her return as a sign of love or realization of your worth. But it's not. It's a sign that she can't handle the consequences of her actions. Her guilt is not your responsibility. You are not her emotional band-aid. Taking her back out of pity doesn't just let her off the hook. It tells her she can do it again. Think about it. What happens when she feels guilty again in the future? Will she walk away, knowing she can come back whenever it suits her? You have to draw the line. Her guilt is her burden to carry, not yours. Let her face the reality of her choices. Every time you let her back in, you send a message that your boundaries, peace, and self-respect are negotiable. And as a man, those things should never be negotiable. You've done the work. You're healing or have already healed. You've picked up the pieces and are building a stronger version of yourself. Don't let her guilt drag you back into a situation that broke you. You're not her savior or redemption. You're the man she couldn't replace, and that's a truth she'll have to live with. The moment you truly understand, this is the moment you reclaim your power. When someone leaves you, especially in a relationship, guilt isn't something they feel right away. In the beginning, they're confident they made the right decision. They walk away with certainty, maybe even arrogance, thinking either you'll be fine or you won't, but they don't care enough to stay and find out. But guilt doesn't appear instantly. It sneaks up over time, slowly building until it's impossible to ignore. Let me explain. She leaves because she believes there's something better out there for her. Maybe it's the excitement of independence, the attention of other men, or the idea that you're replaceable. At first, she feels free, empowered, even relieved by her choice. However, life rarely turns out the way she expected. The attention she wanted from others feels empty. The freedom she longed for starts to feel lonely. Meanwhile, you're not acting the way she thought you would. You're not chasing her, begging her, or texting her non-stop. Instead, you're focusing on yourself, moving forward, building a better life and becoming stronger. That's when the guilt starts to hit her like a storm. At first, it's just a small voice in her mind, whispering, "Did I make a mistake?" But it doesn't stop there. It grows louder. She begins to remember all the ways you were there for her, how you listened when she had problems, supported her dreams, and stayed strong for her when everything else seemed to fall apart. She starts to realize she didn't just lose any man. She lost the man, but don't mistake her guilt for true regret. Her guilt isn't about the pain she caused you. It's about how bad she feels about herself now. That's the key. Guilt is selfish. It's not about making things right. It's about soothing her own discomfort. Seeing you thrive without her only makes it worse. Your success isn't something she wants to celebrate. It's a reminder of her failure. She starts questioning herself. If he's doing this well without me, was I the problem? Did I make a mistake by leaving? Instead of facing those questions and owning her actions, she takes the easy way out. She tries to come back. She thinks slipping back into your life, even for a moment, will ease her guilt. This is where most men go wrong. They see her return as a sign of love or that she's finally realized what she lost, but it's not that at all. Her return is a sign that she can't handle the consequences of her own decisions. Her guilt is not your responsibility. You are not her emotional safety net. If you take her back because you feel sorry for her, you're not just forgiving her. You're teaching her that she can leave and come back whenever she feels like it. Think about it. What happens the next time she feels guilty? Will she leave again knowing she can return whenever it's convenient for her? You need to draw a line. Her guilt is hers to deal with, not yours. Let her sit with it. Let her face the consequences of her actions. Every time you let her back in, you're telling her that your boundaries, peace, and self-respect don't matter. But they do matter. They're the foundation of the stronger, better version of yourself that you're building. Don't let her guilt drag you back into a situation that broke you. You've done the hard work to heal, or you're still doing it. Integrity isn't just about being a nice guy. It's about being the kind of man who keeps his word, respects himself, and creates a foundation of trust in every relationship. It's not easy, but it's worth it, for her, and most importantly, for you. Integrity, the mark of a strong man. Integrity isn't about being perfect. It's about being solid, grounded, and true to yourself. It means standing firm in your values, saying what you mean, and following through on your word. It's choosing what's right, not because it's easy, but because it's the right thing to do. Women deeply respect a man who stands for something. They admire a man who won't compromise his values just to fit in or avoid discomfort. More importantly, they fall in love with a man who makes them feel safe, not just physically, but emotionally and morally. That's the kind of man you become when you live with integrity. Building integrity. One step at a time. Integrity isn't something you turn on overnight. It's a habit you build through small, consistent actions. Start by keeping every promise you make, no matter how small it seems. Be honest in your conversations, even when the truth is uncomfortable. Show up on time, every time. These little actions may seem insignificant, but over time, they shape you into a man who earns trust without even trying. Who are you when no one is watching? Take a moment to ask yourself, who am I when no one is looking? Am I the man I claim to be? Or am I hiding behind a facade? The truth always comes out, and when it does, it will either strengthen your reputation or tear it down. The legacy of integrity. Integrity is the difference between living with pride and living with regret. It's the line between being remembered and being forgotten. When you live with integrity, you create a life built on respect, trust, and a strong foundation. Start today, moment by moment, decision by decision, and become the man who inspires confidence and admiration, both in others and in yourself. Integrity, the difference between toleration and admiration. Integrity is what sets you apart. It's the difference between being a man she merely tolerates and a man she truly admires. Be the man she can trust, the one who keeps his word and stands firm in his values. In a world full of dishonesty, a man with integrity is rare, powerful, and unforgettable. The truth about money and attraction. Yes, women are drawn to money, but not for the reasons you might think. It's not just about having cash, it's about what it represents. Money shows your ability to provide stability, security, and a vision for the future. But here's the truth, money alone won't make her respect or love you. What women truly crave goes deeper than wealth. It's about the man behind the money, the one with emotional strength, trustworthiness, and unwavering values. Those are the traits that earn admiration and build lasting connections. What really matters. So now you know, money matters, but it's only part of the equation. What truly makes a man stand out is his character, his consistency, and his ability to make her feel safe, emotionally, morally, and physically. Be that man, and she'll never forget you. Okay, physically. For women, especially in today's world of modern relationships, fear of loss often comes from a different place. It's not always about love or connection. It's about control. It's about the comfort of knowing someone is there. When a woman fears losing a man, it's not always about losing him as a person. It's often about losing what he represented in her life: stability, security, or validation. This difference is crucial to understand. When she left, she wasn't thinking about what she was losing. She believed she was gaining something better: freedom, new opportunities, or even the chance to find someone she thought was an upgrade. At that moment, she felt confident in her decision, thinking the grass was greener on the other side. But life rarely works out the way people imagine. What she thought she was gaining doesn't live up to her expectations. The freedom feels lonely. The attention from others feels shallow, and the supposed better options don't offer her the same care, effort, and consistency you gave her. Now she sees you moving on, building yourself up, and thriving without her. She realizes you're not waiting around for her, and that's when the fear sets in. It's not a fear of losing you, the person. It's the fear of losing the comfort, the stability, and the validation you provided. When you were together, she had the power. She knew you'd do anything to make her happy, that you'd always be there for her. Now she's watching from the sidelines, no longer in control, and that terrifies her. Her fear of losing you isn't rooted in love or regret. It's about control and insecurity. It's about the realization that she no longer has a place in your life, and that scares her more than anything. When she comes back, she might say all the right things and try to convince you she's changed. But ask yourself this: if she truly valued you, why did she leave in the first place? Why did it take losing you to make her realize your worth? The truth is, she didn't see your value until it was too late. That's not on you, it's on her. Her fear is not your responsibility. It's not your job to comfort her or make her feel secure. Your job is to protect your peace, stay focused on your growth, and build the life you deserve. Fear is a powerful motivator, but don't let it manipulate you into giving her another chance. You're not her backup plan, her safety net, or her second choice. You're the man she didn't appreciate when she had the chance, and that's something she'll have to live with. She didn't think she was losing you when she left. Instead, she thought she was gaining something better: freedom, more options, or maybe even an upgrade. She believed the grass was greener on the other side, but what she didn't realize is that the grass is only green where you take the time to care for it. If you don't stand out as a man of substance, a man with clear goals and strong values, you'll blend into the crowd, just another name on a long list of forgettable men. The opportunity to stand out. Here's the good news: Most men aren't even trying to rise above mediocrity. The bar is low, which means you have the chance to be exceptional. You can become the man who doesn't just catch her eye, but earns her respect, admiration, and loyalty. Money might grab her attention, but it won't keep her interest. What will keep the connection alive is your character, your purpose, and the stability you bring to her life. Become the man she respects and chooses, not because of your bank account, but because of the strength and value you add to her world. Stop chasing, start leading. When you master this balance, you'll stop chasing women and start attracting them. They'll see you as the rare man who truly understands what it means to be strong, purposeful, and grounded. That's real power, and it's the life you deserve. If this message resonates with you, don't let it end here. Make the decision to level up. Start living as the man who stands out, not just in relationships but in life. Take control, rise above the noise, and redefine what it means to be a man in today's world. This is your moment. Don't waste it. What she didn't expect was how shallow that attention would feel. Other people didn't care about her the way you did. They didn't support her dreams, understand her struggles, or offer the same depth of connection. Now, she's left feeling unfulfilled and full of regret. That's when she remembers you, the man who made her feel seen, valued, and important. She'll come back, saying she misses you, needs you, and wants another chance. But don't let her words fool you. When she says she's sorry, it's not because she's truly remorseful, it's because she wants to hear you forgive her. When she says she misses you, it's not because she's ready to rebuild. It's because she wants to know she still holds a place in your heart. When she says she wants to try again, it's not about fixing things, it's about reassuring herself that she hasn't been replaced. Her return is not about you, it's about her. And the moment you give in, you're giving her the power she lost when she walked away. Validation is like a drug, and you used to be her source. Now that you've stopped feeding her ego, she's desperate to get it back. Don't give it to her. Don't let her use your kindness, forgiveness, or love to ease her insecurities. You've grown stronger without her, and that strength is the reason she wants back in. But you didn't build that strength to hand it over to someone who didn't value it. You built it to protect yourself, to move forward, and to become the best version of yourself. Remember this. You're not her crutch or her backup plan. You're the man she couldn't appreciate when she had the chance. And now, you deserve far better. When a woman seeks validation, she's not looking to build a meaningful connection. She's trying to fill the emptiness she feels since you've been gone. Today's relationships are often caught in this cycle of seeking validation, driven by social media, shallow attention, and the belief that self-worth comes from external sources. She's no different. When you were together, you made her feel important, valued, and appreciated. You listened to her, supported her, and gave her your energy without hesitation. But when she left, she thought she could find that same validation elsewhere. She believed likes, compliments, and casual flings could replace what you gave her. She was wrong. The attention she got from others was shallow, temporary, and unfulfilling. Those people didn't care about her dreams, fears, or flaws. They only cared about what she could give in the moment. And when they were done with her, they moved on without a second thought. Now she's left feeling regret and emptiness. That's when she remembers you, the man who gave her more than superficial attention, the one who made her feel like she mattered. Suddenly she's back, messaging you, saying she misses you, needs you, and wants another chance. But don't be fooled. This isn't about love or rebuilding the connection you once had. It's about her need for validation. When she says she's sorry, it's not because she truly regrets her actions. She just wants to hear you say everything's okay. When she says she misses you, it's not because she's ready to fix things. It's because she wants to know she still holds a place in your heart. When she says she wants to try again, it's not about repairing what's broken. It's about soothing her own insecurities. Her return isn't about you. It's about her need to feel wanted again. Don't let her use your kindness or forgiveness to ease her guilt or rebuild her confidence. You deserve someone who truly values and respects you, not someone who only comes back because they need to feel better about themselves. Her return isn't about you, it's about her. She's not coming back because she's changed or realized your value. She's coming back because she can't stand the idea of being replaced. When you give in, you're handing her back the power she lost when she decided to leave. Validation is like an addiction, and you were the source of hers. But now that you've cut her off, she's desperate to feel important again. Don't let her use your kindness, forgiveness, or love to ease her insecurities. You've grown stronger in her absence, and that strength is what draws her back. However, you didn't build that strength to give it away to someone who didn't appreciate it before. You built it to protect yourself, stand firm, and move forward without looking back. Once you see her return for what it is, a way for her to regain control, you'll understand the truth. She doesn't want you to move on because it threatens her sense of importance. She doesn't want you to thrive without her because it forces her to face her own mistakes, and she doesn't want you to find someone better because it destroys the illusion that she was irreplaceable. But none of this is your responsibility. Her insecurities are hers to deal with. Her need for validation isn't your problem to solve. When she comes back, remember this: you are not there to fix her broken ego. You are not a tool to rebuild her self-esteem. You are a man who has built his worth on his own terms, not someone else's approval. That is something she will never fully understand. Her return is not proof of your value. It's proof of her desperation, and you deserve better than to be someone's backup plan or emotional safety net. They come back for guilt, fear, or validation. None of these reasons are about love or appreciation for who you truly are. She left because she didn't see your worth, and she's back because she can't handle your absence. But her return isn't closure. It's a test to see if you've truly learned to protect your peace, value yourself, and prioritize your own growth. Choosing peace means breaking free from the pain, the cycle, and the people who don't deserve your energy. True strength isn't about seeking revenge or holding on to resentment. It's about finding freedom and moving forward. If this resonates with you, choose your peace. Your growth is what truly matters, and you deserve to live free from the weight of those who didn't value you when they had the chance.